And we're back.
Oh,
We never left.
Jenna.
It's not Wednesday. Oh, it's Wednesday again. Never mind.
Yeah, it is Wednesday, actually, because, it's Carl's birthmas.
Yeah.
Alright.
Again. Poor
Sure
Nick's
was.
like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, unfortunately, Nick, we're, in the final route of our playthrough, so this is going to be confusing. If you have questions, feel free to ask, okay?
Yes.
Yes.
I rest my head against the passenger window as I balance the cheap fast food place red velvet cake in my lap. This is one of the most awkward car rides I've ever been in. Everyone is completely silent, TJ's previous attempts to lighten the mood having been received with idle grunts and nods. My stomach hurts, and I have this nauseous feeling that keeps bubbling up when I think about what happened. Leo and I had squabbled in the past, sure, but never like this.
Oh, it is still Tuesday. I lied.
No, it's Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah, they went to the mall in the morning.
It's Wednesday, and they're coming back from the mall. Continue.
Most of the time, we fought about video game shit, politics, and sports. The worst I ever got was when the topic of leaving Echo came up. I danced around answering for as long as I could, and the truth came out in the worst way possible. But now is different. I never felt such contempt for him before like I did when he pressed up against me, interrogating me like I belonged to him. He probably thought I'd bend over against the crane machine for old time's sake.
Yeah.
What?
Who is that? Is that Seb? No, that might be Nick.
I have questions.
Okay.
Okay, so my microphone says it's muted currently. It has the red light on, but it's still active. Interesting.
I hope that isn't copyrighted music.
Oh God.
It probably is.
I saw the thing that, shoot, I forgot who posted it, but it was the acoustic version of that song, and it reminded me that that song existed.
Don't worry,
Who
I
was
know how to alter the audio so I can remove the music, but that's still... I'll probably try to see if I can find something from this game's audio instead.
Anyways.
Alright. Watching from the corner of my eye now, I see him trying to keep his ears up, but they keep pinning back down. I'm stuck in this shitty feeling of being pissed at Leo and ashamed of myself. He shouldn't have acted that way, but I know I just hurt him in a manner that I hadn't done in a long time. Being stuck in a car with someone who is thinking about you, and you're thinking about them, and you're both hurting, is hell. I really wish I brought my headphones. I stare out the window as we roll down the first dirt road into Echo. Every street, every corner, every trailer, and every tree has a memory attached to it. There in the middle of the dusty parking lot that belonged to the corner market is a tiny stand. That used to be where I'd get my ice cream after begging for $1 from my parents. It's crumpled and boarded up now, the paint peeling off in tiny chips. And there in front of Duke's house is a big flat rock that Jenna was standing on when she told me she was going to run away from home. I can still remember almost exactly how she was silhouetted against the red sunset behind her. In the old train yard where I kissed Leo for the first time after staying up all night at our first real party. I look over at Leo. He's got one hand on the wheel, glancing up at the rearview mirror occasionally. He hasn't so much as looked at me since the family plex, though I see him staring at Jenna now. She catches his gaze, somehow returning it with an even more curt look.
Carl probably isn't even awake yet. Do you have a plan if he doesn't answer the door?
We'll call him then.
And what if he doesn't answer his phone?
Break in.
Will you shatter the window too?
Leo's muzzle pulls into a snarl.
Oof.
I hear him mutter something I can't quite discern. He's just focused back on the road, his knuckles tight on the steering wheel. TJ gives another go at trying to fill the silence.
Oh God. Well, I don't think this will go too badly. It's just like we're hanging out again. Nothing wrong with that.
I agree, TJ. Though, I do think this is perhaps a bit poorly planned. It should be an alright time. I haven't been to Carl's in so long.
The car starts slowing down, and I snap out my daydreaming to look up, knowing that we definitely weren't at Carl's house yet. That's when I see a canine figure standing further up alongside the road. She's standing in the dirt that separates the road and the field in front of a broken and rusted barbed wire fence.
I think that's Janice.
I look over at Leo and he seems concerned. His brow is furrowed as he carefully steers the car right up next to the coyote. I can see why. She's crouched over, elbows on her knees, staring at the ground.
Roll down your window, Chase.
I do as he says, struggling a little with the old crank handle.
What is she doing out here?
We come to a stop next to the coyote, kicking up some dust.
I don't know. Hey!
DJ rolls down his window as well, waving.
Hi, Janice.
Leo leans over me and looks out at her. She's still looking at the ground.
Everything all...
Leo's voice cuts off in a weird choking sound.
I can do some more like... Everything all...
I look at him, confused, then look back out the window, and I can't help myself, but I gasp. It was hard to tell from the angle and all the dust kicked up by the van, but now I can see that Janice has her pants down around her thighs. And I can see everything else. I sit back quickly and avert my eyes, looking out the windshield instead.
Is she?
Oh my god. Leo, keep going.
Jenna whispers it, her voice strained.
Oh. Sorry.
Leo stops talking and I chance a glance out the window again. Janice is looking at us now, and she's smiling. It's a weird smile because it isn't touching her eyes. It's unnerving. Leo stares back. Leo, let's just go. I hiss out the side of my mouth, staring at the windshield again. He seems reluctant to, though, looking concerned.
Janice? Do you need some help?
His tone is one you might use on a toddler, or a crazy person. I don't hear her saying anything, except maybe a grunt. Leo bravely keeps trying, though.
We can give you a ride.
Leo stops talking in time for me to hear a pattering sound. A sound I recognize well from being a kid pissing on the dirt roads of Echo. The van lurches forward, then resumes a smoother acceleration back onto the empty road.
What in God's name?
I don't know.
Leo's frowning, looking as confused as I've ever seen him.
Should I go back?
Sam?
No.
Okay.
That was my second no. I did it in the
I know,
no
I
first time.
figured as
Apparently
much.
didn't.
I figured as much, but that's still funny.
Yeah.
I look back and see TJ covering his face.
Maybe. She could be having some kind of psychotic episode.
You're having a psychotic episode.
No, that's
Maybe
not the
she.
later.
Maybe she really had to go. I'm like that after a ton of caffeine sometimes.
TJ, I'm fairly certain you haven't peed yourself in front of anyone since Miss Muller's Thanksgiving play. And you certainly weren't smiling at the audience while you were at it.
I'm talking about that now.
Poor TJ.
I don't think so. You see the way she looked at me?
She's probably just on something. Isn't everyone?
No. She doesn't do stuff like that.
Well, maybe she does. You never know with people. Again, Leo doesn't say anything, and neither does anyone else. We don't go back.
And he's not here.
Leo
I'm
snaps
gonna
the
go
doorbell
break a
again.
window, don't worry.
Frustration etched across his face as he contemplates breaking that window. I shift the red velvet cake in my grasp, trying to both hold it and the Lucha figurine. Not really wanting to do more shopping after the incident, Jenna, TJ, and Leo had just bought Peyton fast food as gifts. Carl doesn't get out to Peyton much, so the three took it upon themselves to buy from 3 different locations. Leo got a couple large and juicy vegan burgers, TJ got those tofu tacos that are made from nacho cheese chips, and Jenna got him a bread bowl. I squint, trying to look through the frosted glass on the sides of the door. Maybe he's getting high?
He should still be able to hear.
I mean, maybe he just doesn't want to. DJ holds up his phone.
He's not answering his phone either.
Leo knocks on the door hard, his bicep bulging.
I could be studying, Chase could be finishing his project, and you and Flynn could be at work right now.
Where is Flynn?
I think Flynn's coming to the party right now. I think he's not here
Okay.
yet.
Okay. Instead, we're doing this.
Look at that face.
Yep.
Flynn leans back. Oh, he's, I guess, already here. Flynn leans back against his truck a couple yards away, briefly canting his head in Jenna's direction as his name is mentioned.
You know, I may be remiss to mention this, but you all are 6 shades of extra bitchy today.
Woo!
Leo stands back, paws on his waist as he takes a deep breath. His eyes have a sheened, bleary quality to them. Anytime Jenna speaks, it seems like he's wrought to near twitching levels of anger. All of Leo's plans to bring everyone together have had the opposite effect so far.
Do they lock their windows?
What?
Leo growls.
Not like we're breaking in. This isn't some, like, claw machine.
TJ's ears pin back, a frown on his face. The wolf puts his fist to his forehead, closing his eyes.
I think he's just asleep. It shouldn't be too hard to just get in there and wake him up.
I look over at the side of the house and see a window well. I point at it. What about that?
Too small.
I could probably fit.
She hops off the front porch and crouches down next to the window, pushing at it.
Wait. There's a security sticker here.
Jen hesitates, then pushes the window again, but it doesn't budge.
Locked.
Then try the one above it.
That's too high.
Like Carl.
I think this is going a little too far.
I'll boost you up.
Think you're strong enough for that?
Well, you look like you've lost weight recently. Jenna turns and gives me a quizzical expression. Smooth. She does smile after a moment, looking more bemused than anything.
Hey, honey. You look like you've lost weight recently.
Oh, Chase, you are terrible at flirting with women, it seems.
Yes.
I mean, at least it's better. At least it's better than the opposite comment.
He's terrible at flirting with men, too. It's just for whatever reason men are all about him.
I guess, but I mean, like, I'm thinking about his track record. He did pretty well at flirting with, like, Flynn and Carl. And they both, well, I guess they both kind of had feelings for him beforehand.
So
Leo was just
Jenna,
like,
hence for being
Leo's
fake.
easy mode. I'm not gonna, like, even beat around that bush.
I mean, he is. So is Jenna. That's why he can say, "Hey, girl, hey, you look like you've lost weight."
I mean, like,
Like, okay.
in all honesty, all the friends are easy mode because they all seem to have had a crush on Chase at one point or another.
All the
Yeah.
friends are easy mode.
I'm not gonna lie about that. The only
TJ, Just terrified.
They're being dating flirting modes.
Yeah.
He unlocked super difficult mode.
Yeah. Nick just said, Leo, my love.
Ah, Nick, you have not seen Leo's route. Does anyone else here like have any like good feelings for Leo at this point besides
Nope.
Nick?
What feelings?
I feel
He
bad
took-
for him.
He took something precious from us.
Don't say, because I do think I will try and play through this with Nick at some point in the future.
I'm not. I'm just saying he took something from us. Oh.
My joke
Taking something play out.
extends on Sam's joke. She goes, he took something precious from us.
His
Like,
red flags might be big, but his boobs are bigger.
those are precious.
Never just trying to hop a train with Leo.
Oh no!
Alright.
Okay, we need to
Let's
stop.
dance away from this because I don't want to spoil things. Alright. Okay. I see her bushy tail flick some behind her.
Dance away from this. That might be a problem.
I'm talking.
No. Some girls might take that as an insult.
Are you one of said girls?
No. I get the meaning of your words. And that's where it's flattering, regardless.
Oh, well, good, I guess.
Oh, Seth is muted.
There we go. The fuck?
Oh, I think we're getting music again.
I just said the fuck.
Yeah, I heard the.
Why?
That's all we heard.
Yeah.
Mike. You good, Mike?
Whose mic is
Fuck,
playing
Mike.
music?
I don't know.
Anyway, what the fuck is happening?
Your mic isn't working.
I set the cake and figurine down on the gravel and moved behind Jenna, cupping my paws together in front of me and for her foot, steadying herself with her paws against the wall of the house.
Isn't Leo the one who normally does this?
He does it in other routes. So remember, like, it's different for each route. In Carl's route, they don't have to do this because Chase is there to babysit Carl. In Leo's route, I think that he does indeed help Jenna break in. In TJ's route, they don't have to break in because Carl is actually in his house. He's just in the basement. Oh, no, they break in again because they couldn't find him. He's just in the basement there. And then...
I feel like the encounter with Janice went just... There's, like, subtle differences.
There are subtle differences there. The big thing is, like, who's there in the car when they pull up alongside Janice, because Carl's right, like, Chase is not there at all, so he can't, like, relay that. It's secondhand for him by that point. And I think in Flynn's route, it's another one where it's secondhand, because he went there with Flynn instead. Because, yeah, in Flynn's route, he's actually keeping Carl. And so Carl is with Flynn when they start the party instead. So only in 3 of the routes is Carl not answering the door on his birth miss.
Yep.
Steadying herself with her paws against the wall of the house, Jenna steps into my paws. Slowly I push up, feeling my muscles strain against beneath my fur.
So,
One sec.
Sepcha, no.
Fucking hell, this is so fucking stupid.
I do love as well that, like, this is also the first time for Flynn to see that Chase and Jenna have been flirting at each other.
That's why he's complaining. He's like, wait, my gay boy's straight now.
Or he finds that Chase's flirting skills with Jenna's just cringe.
Probably,
probably
honestly.
both.
All of the above.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a light click, and I see Jenna pushing open the top window with ease. Good. Now I'm gonna try to boost you all the way up, alright?
Your arm's doing okay?
Yeah, peachy. Her tail flicks again, and I get a mouthful of fur.
She's turned on. Love it.
Sorry.
He's giving him the tail.
Like we're some kind of cheerleading duo.
Chase is getting some tail.
Like we're some kind of cheerleading duo, I shove Jenna as high as I can with both paws. She grabs the ledge, and I feel the weight burden lift as she dangles against the side of the house.
Damn it, did not get through.
Yeah, I did
Nope.
not.
God damn it.
When you
Careful.
go high, like
No.
it doesn't work sometimes.
I know. It's awful. Wob, what did you step in? Careful. Don't fall.
Her bushtail is the last thing we see until she pokes her head back through.
Kitchen. I fell in the sink.
Okay. Unlock the door now.
Not
See
even
that
asking, are
emotion?
you okay? Just unlock the door.
Yep. I fell in the sink. Fuck off. Open the door. Come on.
She disappears again, and we make our way back to the front of the house. Or to the front door.
Leo, why didn't you help? You're the fucking muscle here.
If you don't shut your fucking mouth, Flynn, I'll use my muscles to kick you right in your... Oh, God.
You can remember, you can always squeak words.
In your... squeak. Sound good?
And you almost fell into the trap that I sometimes fall into. Where you're just like reading the line.
Jesus, calm your...
Leo turns on him, one foot in front of the other. Flynn shuts up. TJ, meanwhile, has his eyes upon the wall in front of him. Usually he's all smiles when we're gathered like this, even through the swearing and crude stuff. Right now, though, his eyes just look sort of vacant, like earlier at the mall. Finally, we hear the door rattling, and it opens.
Called his name, but he didn't answer.
Well, he's gotta be here. It's not like he can go anywhere, or would want to.
I pick up my stuff and head inside. Carl's house is as massive and immaculate as I remember it. It is a mansion, after all. Well, maybe less immaculate than I remember. There are a few wrappers and pizza boxes on the marble counter. And I assume that's because Carl's parents aren't here to tell him not to be a slob. Flynn immediately heads up the stairs.
Yo, Carl!
Jenna stands in the kitchen, her paws on her hips as she looks around.
Strange being back, isn't it?
Like in general, or... She shrugs.
Carl!
I hear the others scampering around the house, Leo moving out to the backyard. DJ, meanwhile, checks the garage. She pulls out her cell phone, tapping at it a few times. It is very faint, but I can hear a distant vibrating sound somewhere in the house. Jenna turns and I follow, stepping past the spacious living room. I didn't know it was possible, but it looks like Carl's parents got an even bigger TV since I was last here. Carl's room is pretty damn similar to how I remember it. Though usually he makes a mild effort to pick up after himself when I'd be coming over. There's so much dirty laundry and trash scattered about, I can hardly see the carpet.
God. It smells like Leo's glove box.
Oh, God, gross. Oh.
Oh god, don't make references like that, Jenna.
Oh, God.
I wonder why. Jenna gives me a slight scrunched nose look, pauses, then nods acceptingly. She pulls out her phone, calling Carl's number again. This time the vibration is much closer, a rattling sound audible as the device vibrates against a wood surface. Still, it sounds kind of muffled.
It sounds like it's coming from one of his drawers. Ordinarily, I'd be vehemently against rifling through one's personal stuff, but this is a special circumstance.
I'm not gonna stop you. Jenna starts pulling open drawers in the dresser while I check out the desk. I feel guilty doing it, but there's sort of a thrill to be had in snooping about like this. I start stumbling upon old comics that I'd given Carl myself back when we were kids. The corner's dog-eared to all hell. The next drawer looks to be chock full of portable gaming stuff, including all of his cartridges just scattered about. I remember every day on the bus, I'd sit next to Carl just to play, because his parents bought him all the expensive devices. I'd always guilt him by saying he could play at home whenever he wanted, so he usually let me play the whole ride from Echo to Payton.
Find it yet?
I blink, and then shake my head, checking the next drawer. No, but... Well, that's a squeak.
You didn't
Oh.
open it.
More squeak.
Oh, gosh. What?
I shut the drawer, trying not to think about it too much. Nothing.
Well, I found it.
I spin around, moving to Jenna's side. Looks like she grabbed it from somewhere wedged between Carl's bed and window. Does it have a lock on it?
No, it doesn't.
Carl's parents have always been really good about respecting privacy, yeah?
How fortunate for him.
Jenna slides through to the messenger tab, though for some reason, now she keeps the screen out of sight from me. Her brow raises at something, and she pauses. What? What is it? She quickly shakes her head.
Nothing relevant.
She returns to tabbing about again. I can hear the others still calling for Carl, so I guess they haven't found him yet. Again, she is wrought to pause. Are you going to tell me that what's up this time? She stares.
So, apparently Carl took a picture last night.
There's a disconcerting look in her eye, which tells me this is different from just another picture of Carl's ass. Okay. She holds up the phone for me to see.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wow.
Shit.
That's
What?
creepy.
Oh, who
Was it-
died?
Was it
Nick.
I think that...
Okay.
Have you guys considered checking Carl's crawl space?
I stare at the sunlight reflected upon the ceiling above me. Its pale golden hue has gradually shifted to a more amber tone as dusk nears. Oh, okay. So this is a later scene. So I think we should call it here for right now and pick
Yep.
this up next time. So say goodbye, everyone.
Boy.
Bye, everyone.